Nigerians help me. Nigerians help me.
So guys, this is the head of service under FUBARA's government. He has been trending alongside his wife. He has been seen in videos making strong allegations against FUBARA. The wife is also trending. In her own video, she is saying that the husband has been forced to make these allegations against FUBARA. The question remains, are they looking for ways to jail FUBARA? Anyway, guys, I'm just going to allow you to take a look at what this man has got to say, just for you to understand what Nigerian politics is all about, that if they are out to crush you, they will definitely crush you. So just take your time, watch this video, and let me know your honest reaction in the comment section below. Just take a look.
Let me introduce myself. My name is Dr. George Chimezienweke, the immediate past head of service of Rivers State. You will recall that yesterday I addressed the press. After some hours of addressing the press, I saw a video of my wife trending online that I was kidnapped and that I made my statement under duress. I've already debunked that. My wife cannot speak for me on civil service matters when I'm still healthy and mentally very fit. Let me say it again. I was not kidnapped. Thank God you heard her when she said that I flew from Port Harcourt to Abuja. I flew with Igbo Air. At least no kidnapper can carry me on a flight. And I know probably, and I believe, that she would have been misinformed. As head of my family, I apologize sincerely to the public on her behalf. Maybe I also think that she did that so that she will escape any harm. Because they were already hunting for me. So they went and frightened her. She must have done that also to secure herself. I also listened to the suspended governor's reaction to my press statement. I was surprised that he never debunked my allegations of bringing down the assembly, which was the main subject matter. Rather, he was talking about other issues. The big question is this, and I want you to reason. This is over 1 year, and the assembly was brought down. Yet, no panel of inquiry was set up. And there has not been any report on that incident from the state government until date. At least until the time I can remember, maybe yesterday. I don't know if today. Not even a police investigation. I call on the federal government to set up an independent investigation team. The truth, which is known on the lips of every person that's on the streets of Port Harcourt anyway, will now be made formal. Secondly, he mentioned that, how will I be in a meeting with him and Bala Mohammed? Ladies and gentlemen, I never said I was in a meeting with him and Bala Mohammed. Everything I said was what he told me personally, one-on-one. Maybe to mock me. My past statements stand as evidence to all that I have said. At this point, I know, it's understandable, I could be making some feeble denial of not having told me these things, but this doesn't change the facts. And all I wish to do is to tell the public the truth. What is done with the truth is for the state and for the growth of our nation. Lastly, I want to state here that I'm not a politician. I'm a career civil servant. My service has traversed through different sectors. I was a lecturer. I rose to lecturer 1 and left lecturer in 1995 and grew gradually and steadily to the position of director in 2004, then 2023, by the special grace of God, I was elevated to the position of a head of service. I want to reiterate here that I love my state. This state that gave me the opportunity to grow from level 0 to the enviable position of head of service cannot be brought down this way. It makes me to cry. This state cannot be destroyed this way. The state that was once the pride of the whole nation cannot be thrown into the dustbin just overnight. I may be beneficiary of the government of Rivers State. I cannot therefore watch this state, which I have benefited from, to be destroyed by politicians for their personal ego. I cannot also give all my evidences on the media. Some are sensitive, or more sensitive than this. I will give details to the proper authorities when required of me. The level of stealing of public funds and assets witnessed in the last 2 years is mind-boggling and never ever experienced in the history of the state, as we also had the highest allocation ever during this period. I've also heard people saying that I have been compromised. If at all I could be compromised, then it should have been the governor, who is my benefactor, who actually appointed me as head of service of Rivers State. I want to tell you here that I never compromised while I was in system. Why would it be now that I've compromised myself, that now that I've left the system? Finally, what was the reason of going to my house to harass my wife in the name of interviewing her, instead of calling me for a reaction? Why did they go to harass my wife? This is so personal to me because they brought my wife to public disgrace. Let me also advise my fellow citizens of Rivers State that they should not destroy our state for peanuts. Let me advise politicians, please, don't destroy your state for peanuts. Condemn what is bad. Evil is evil. And bringing down a parliament is evil. Targeted national assets for destruction is evil. Intentionally whipping up tribal settlements, tribal and sectional settlements is evil. We must condemn this. I've also spoken to my wife, who I can tell you that I am her chief security officer. I have directed her to meet me where I am, but we will meet her up in Port Harcourt soon. After I've told her to stay in the security office in Port Harcourt, I'll meet her soon when I finish what I'm doing here. And she's on her way to that place. I sincerely apologize to her for whatever stress she has passed through, but I know that she and my entire family and my community were proud of me, especially her. She's proud that she married a man that can make an extreme sacrifice for society, for justice, and for good governance. Finally, to Mr. President and security agencies, I beg you, don't sweep this under the carpet. Please. Don't sweep this under the carpet. Come and save Rivers State from destruction. Governor FUBARA and his infantile cohorts have invested much in destroying Rivers State. Let it stop now. Let me say here that this may be the last conference I will grant on this matter, as I am not financially buoyant to continue on this trajectory. The rest that I will do will be with security agencies. Any other press granted now by any other person around me should please be disregarded. These are serious issues that should not be discussed much on the media. For abundance of caution, and those who were not at the briefing yesterday, I can repeat my briefing and adopt all as mine. Long live Rivers State, long live Nigeria. You're asking why I had to leave at this time. I had to leave because I was studying the environment. As a serving civil servant, you're under oath. There are some things you cannot say. You can advise, but you can't come to the media because you're a civil servant. If you make any error, I don't know if any of you from NT or state media, if you are sacked on your job, you may not, nobody may explain it. You have been sacked, you have been sacked. So I waited for this time when I felt that the environment was okay for me to make this disclosure. Everything will not be on the media. Let the captions be there. When the security agencies invite me, I'll make more disclosure. Some of these are better so than in the media. Against me personally? No. I'm impeccable. No person has. I've worked as a permanent secretary since 2009. I have never. And that's why I may not have enjoyed all that patronage, because I'm even a whistleblower. Yes, I have retired. I'm in a contract that will end by November. So it's November I'm supposed to exit. It would be unfair for me to keep mute or for me not to address some key factors that have affected or that will affect our state if we continue on this trajectory. And I pause to say that good men must talk so that things will be put right. I want to use this medium to thank Mr. President for a swift intervention in Rivers State crisis, especially on the declaration of the state of emergency that was declared and assented to by our National Assembly. You will recall that when the governor was suspended, as head of service, I was the next in command, so I'm not speaking as an outsider or as a novice. I'm speaking as an insider and as someone that has much information. If not for the intervention of Mr. President, Nigeria would have faced the worst economic sabotage and Rivers State would have been in flames, and by extension, other neighboring states, because of the level of insider destruction that I saw. First, it all started with the State House of Assembly, where the governor, Sir FUBARA, directed his chief of staff to burn down the assembly in a way to avert the suspected impeachment. That evening, Edison was in Government House with many of his boys, including the former chairman of Obiakpo, one Mr. Chijoke Ihunwo. I was there with them when a bag of money was handed over to Edison for that operation, though I did not actually know what it was meant for or the amount inside. I want to tell Rivers people today, the House Assembly was complex. In Moscow Road was clearly brought down by the do of Edison and some of his cohorts. Under the instruction of the sitting governor then, I challenged them to an open confrontation, and this will make us to throw more light on this. A day after that incident, I almost resigned, but I was very scared because I know the power of a sitting governor, and he knew that I'm aware of the whole plan and that I am discomforted with the unconscionable acts and deliberate posture of innocence and mien of a sheep. Another attempt was also made to destroy the residential quarters of the House Assembly members, if not for the press conference that was made there by Rivers youths, Rivers elders, and National Assembly members. That would have been another barbaric demolition in Rivers State. I came to realize that they actually wanted to demolish that second building because after some weeks, he, the governor, personally told me, a company of others, that he knew that if he knew early, he would have gone to pull down their hall before visiting the residential quarters of the assembly, and that he didn't actually know what they had, that they had such a beautiful hall where they are using now for sitting. I was so shocked, rudely shocked. And I asked myself, how could a man that wants to lead his people be destroying his state's assets and wasting public funds in a needless ego fight? Thirdly, I want to advise some key stakeholders who have condemned the state of emergency made by the President and confirmed by the National Assembly to retract their statements. They are speaking from points of ignorance. I also understand that they are only seeing the surface. Yes. If they had knowledge, they will even be commending Mr. President even openly. If the President did not take proactive steps, no one knows who would have been affected by the sinister plans that we are cooking. While I thank Mr. President for the state of emergency that was declared in Rivers State for a period of 6 months, I will plead with him not to give up on Rivers State affairs, because a lot is going on there with Governor FUBARA. One of the factors that got me removed was when Governor FUBARA told me that they will use the judge to decide who will become the next president of Nigeria. And I asked him, how will that work? Is it by votes or by what means? I'm still worried. I'm still worried. He clearly told me that he is the chief security officer of Rivers State and his brother is in charge of Bayelsa State. And all the pipelines are under their care, that at the appropriate time, they will tell the boys what to do, and fund was not an issue at all. That was when he made that statement in his public function, that, and I quote, I will tell the boys what to do at the appropriate time. Deep down in me, I knew that something was up, and perhaps the time was near. He boasted to be the David that will bring down the Goliath of Rivers State, that he has the backing of the cream de la cream in the state, the likes of our former governor, Dr. Peter Odele, and family promised to use their contacts in the judiciary, including some members of the University Council, to break new grounds for him. The plan was to start from just-speaking areas to destroy oil facilities, to remove attention from the job and make it have a statewide look. The Goni, Oyibo, and other areas were to be bombed first before the job zones. This would have brought down the government of President Tinubu and usher in a new president from the coalition of political parties with a vice president, possibly himself, as he was boasting. The media was recaptured by paying heavily for airtime and retaining the social media influencers and known social critics in their payroll. I'm not aware of what this revelation means, but I'm doing this to free my conscience and warn those innocent persons that are used to sway public sentiment that there is more than meets the eyes in the Rivers matter. Sometime I sleep over in government house, it has started becoming very uncomfortable when Governor Bala Muhammad and some other stakeholders started several nocturnal visits to Rivers State. I recall that one of such visits, he told me that he would support Bala Muhammad for president or any other northerner. That discussion is still ongoing, I'm very sure. Though I was not bothered about who he supports or not. I was more concerned about the quantum of state resources that were being released to these visitors at each of those unwanted visits. Let me draw the attention of Nigeria Labour Congress to call the chairman of the Rivers State chapter to order to avoid politicizing labor. I am privy to several private meetings between the governor and the labor leaders in the state, and largesse that accompanied each meeting to compromise the labor union. And I was to ask, why? What is actually the benefits to get from all this unnecessary destruction? More worrisome is several meetings between the governor, his chief of staff, and some militant leaders. Details of these meetings are not privy to, since I was not allowed into such meetings. However, each meeting ended with huge sums of money paid attendees in hard currency. I wish to state categorically that Rivers people are indeed Nigerians, are the beneficiary of the declaration of state of emergency rule in Rivers State, and not Governor FUBARA. Neither is it our former minister, Chief Nelson Wike. Finally, I wish to call on Mr. President to urge the civil administrator to step up his guards and be very vigilant, because I am aware of the sinister arrangements and dastardly plans to continue to hatch their plans if not put in check. This accounts for the organized media condemnations and seeming public outcry against Mr. President and National Assembly. Those who love democracy, those who love Rivers State, those who love development in any ramification, and those who love humanity in general will always protect humanity and democracy. Mr. President, sir, you have just protected democracy and humanity in Rivers State. You are our hero in Rivers State. Thank you, sir. I can now sleep, having cleared my conscience. Long live Federal Republic of Nigeria. Long live Rivers State. This is personally signed by me, Dr. George Chimezie-Nweke, FCA, MNI, former head of service of Rivers State. Thank you.
They said Abuja gave them every information they need. That my husband is trying to cover Sim FUBARA. He said he had to cover the governor. That they have heard that it's his friend. They heard that it's his friend though. That he's just trying to cover up. My husband says he's not trying to cover up anything. That he doesn't think that there's anything like that. There's anything like 15 billion naira. That he's not aware. That he's not aware. That he's just the head of service. He doesn't know anything about finance of the state. So when they pressured him to sign that document, he said he will not sign. That instead of him to sign, he will resign. He just resigned and called me in the office. I was in the office when he called me that he has resigned. I said, what happened? He said, till I come back. When I came back, I asked him. He started telling me that they brought a document. That the document is that they found another $15 million, 15 billion naira. 15 billion naira that the governor did not declare. And he told that he doesn't know anything about that one. That what he handed over to them is what the governor handed over to him. And when they pressurized him, he said no, instead of all this wahala, let him leave them. He now wrote his resignation that he's not working again. He cannot come and sign what he does not know. He cannot come and sign what is not true. Where is the 15 billion naira coming from? That he would not sign. Instead of signing, let him go. That was how he resigned. So this morning, he told me that his friend, one of his friends from Abua, I think he said his name is Ogiri. He said it's Ogiri from Abua. That he has sent him ticket to come and let them discuss. I said, okay, but I have more this Sunday. And today is our dinner. Today being Friday. It's our dinner party. I told him to stay now till Monday. Let us finish this program. He said he would just go and come back. Let him just go and know where he's calling him. That was how he left. When he got to airport, when he got to Abuja, he called that they have landed. I said, thank God. He said he will keep me posted. That was all. The next thing I saw this morning, I heard this night, people were calling me. They said they got an interview. I said, what interview? Interview for what? What was it I saw? Things flying on the internet. That he got an interview. That's what happened. I said, that is not my husband. That is not my husband. So I sent you a message. I said, are you under duress? I sent him a message. I said, have they kidnapped you? Talk to me now. Why are you not talking to me? Where's the message I sent to him? Send the message I sent to him. I sent to him message. I sent to him message when I saw this online. Oh, Jesus, help me. Nigeria, help me. My husband is in trouble. 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 Look at the message I sent to him. See the message I sent to him. I said, Daddy, why? I said, where are you in hostage? I said, why didn't you talk to me? These are the messages I sent to him. Oh, he did not reply me. His numbers are not going through. His numbers are not going through.
So guys, you have seen what's happening in Rivers State. It's unbelievable that they are really out for FUBARA. They are really out for FUBARA, and I pray at this moment that God will save FUBARA. I mean, God will come through for FUBARA, because guess what? The Nigerian politicians, with the power that they have, like the president has all kinds of power. If he wants to crush a man, he can crush a man. You can imagine even outside the constitution, the president still succeeded, you know, imposing a state of emergency in Rivers State. This is outside the constitution. Many lawyers have come out to say the constitution does not permit the president. But guess what? He's the president. He's the president. He has taken his decision. He doesn't even want to listen to Nigerians. But I guess you understand that. That means we are no longer under democracy, because democracy is all about what the constitution says and you working in line with what the constitution says. But at this time now, you know, it appears forces are really out for FUBARA, and they want to crush FUBARA at all costs. For me, I would say if it's the River State they are looking for, you have taken River State, why not allow FUBARA to rest? Why all these allegations? Somebody was forced, somebody resigned today, tomorrow he's already making allegations. I mean, somebody resigned today, and the wife is saying she can't believe this is her husband, that her husband has always been forced to sign documents to implicate FUBARA, and he said he can never. All of a sudden, the husband is trending, you know, signing, confessing, making great allegations, grave allegations against Governor FUBARA. That tells you a lot about politics in Nigeria. No wonder people say politics is dirty. It's dirty. It's a dirty game, because sometimes you can be forced to do what you least expected yourself to do. But at this time, I'm just praying that God will prove himself. If FUBARA is free of all these things, let God just save him, because I can't just believe that somebody will just come out to make these allegations and his wife is over there crying and saying she cannot also believe that this is her husband saying all these kind of things, that it didn't happen. You know, the wife is saying it didn't happen, but he is saying it all happened. Anyway, guys, that's to tell you that the level at which Nigerian politicians are desperate is unbelievable. What they are just looking for now is way to say FUBARA, it was corrupt, FUBARA squandered money, and then they will justify them ousting FUBARA, and not just that, they might want to put him on trial, and at the end of the day they will jail him so that he does not obstruct their plans for Rivers State. So ahead of 2027, we are going to be seeing all kinds of things. Now, the president is asking for immunity to be removed for governors and their deputies alongside vice presidents. Nigerians are asking, why not the president too? Why is the president not included in that list? So that's to tell you that there must be a hidden agenda in all this. So we have always been saying that Nigeria doesn't have leaders. I mean, when it comes to leadership, Nigeria is last, because we hardly see people who are so patriotic that really want things to work in a natural way. If Tinubu is not re-elected for 2027, is it a crime? Must you take over states because you want to come back in 2027? Can't you just allow things to just go on its natural way? If the people want you back, good and fine. If they don't want you, because you even said it after election that people didn't vote for you. Now INEC declared you winner. You are not even seeing it as a privilege. You must come back next year, and for you to come back, you are ready to crush anybody you feel is going to oppose your coming back. It's really so sad that we are here in a democratic country. Anyway, guys, let me know what you think about this in the comment section below. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell. Please give this video a like so that YouTube can recommend it to others, and drop your thoughts in the comment section below. Thank you.